Hey guys, it's Garrett Stewart with Command Console, and I'm really excited to show off this new available magazine that you can create with Keller Williams in designs now. So as you can see, it looks like this is going to be a quarterly magazine, at least what I can assume with it saying winter of 2021. Volume 1. So this will be the front that we're going to be able to customize, and then we'll go through and show you how you're going to be able to customize this to you. So really excited about that. So let me show you how you can find it, and we can start creating some pages together. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Designs right here on the left hand side, and we'll click on that there. And once we boot into here, we'll land into Designs, and we're going to click right here on this teal plus button in the bottom right corner, and we're going to use the social button right here. Once we click social, we're going to go ahead and hit next, and that's going to boot right into WeBrand Builder for us. And so what we'll do is we've got the templates here. We're going to go down here to lead generation, and we have right here the consumer magazine. So we can go right here, and we'll hover over that, and you're going to see that use button right there. That's going to boot you right into the editor to start creating this magazine. And so what's going to happen is the first page is always blank at first. So you're going to see all these templates on here, and so you're going to get to decide what pages you're going to get to add to this magazine. Now you can see there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's only 16 pages in here. My recommendation is to have it be 16. And the reason for that is anytime you print any type of magazine, especially if you're getting it professionally printed in a magazine like paper, 14, or you want to do by multiples of 4 to be able to have it have something on each side. So you're not going to have a blank page at the end, because you're going to, that's how it's all calculated to be a booklet. If you want something to be a book or magazine type thing, you're going to want it to be in multiples of 4 for pages. So I highly recommend using all 16 pages on here. So you have it all the way from the front to the back, you have some material on there. So how we're going to add these, we're just going to add them just by clicking that plus button, and that's going to drop it right here on there. So now you can see there's pages here. Just so you understand how this all works, you can hit that little pages button, and you're going to be able to see the pages here. Now, in any type of booklet in designs here, like the listing or buying consultation booklets, it always starts with a blank page. Add a page, and then just delete that first page on there that's blank, and then that way we can start clean right from there. So that's how we're going to be able to navigate. We'll see the pages available down here. You can also hit this little arrow to move downward. So we're going to go ahead and just add all our pages first, and then we'll come back to start editing each individual page. So as you can see, we're just tapping those little plus buttons, and they're dropping in. So as you see, each time we do that, we're seeing this number go up. So we're on page 404, and we're going through here. So great material in here, real estate resolutions, and so it has some great information on there, little tips that you're going to be able to give to your clients and just add value. At the end of the day, it's all about the relationship and adding value. So adding something that you can be able to do to either give physically or digitally to your clients can be huge. So we're just going to click through all of these real quickly and get through that, and then we'll crank through a few editing tips on here. So we're getting there. We're on page 10, now 11, 12, 13. And so think about how you might be able to share this with people in your database. At the end, we'll talk about a few strategies that you can utilize to share this out. So we're going to scroll back up here, or actually we're going to scroll right here. Now that we've got the templates all done, we can click on this first page here, and we're going to personalize that. So let's just move that out of the way. So now we have a full thing here. So we can drop that down, pages all the way down. And now if you wanted to zoom, you can do the zoom functions here if you wanted a little help with seeing. First thing we're going to do is we'll update our logo on there. So hopefully you have your logo saved in your designs in the design editor. It normally syncs over from your marketing profile, but you can add additional saved ones in there. So we're going to drag and drop that right in there. So we've got that. If you had a team or personal logo as well, you can just click to drop that in, and maybe you want to drop that in and maybe shrink that to fit it right next to it as well. Next thing you might want to do is edit this text box. My tip that I like to do is click that text box and then hit this typewriter button. This just makes it a little bit easier to see the information on there. Whoops. And you might want to choose the office name. I already have the office logo on there, so maybe I'll just put Realtor. Just like that. Or maybe I even put your realtor or something like that. Whatever you put, it's going to be up to you. So we've got all that. Pretty much everything else looks good. There's nothing really customization needed there. I'm going to go ahead. This is on autosave, but a lot of times I like to just hit the save as I finish each page just to make sure there are no surprises of losing work. That's never fun, losing your work. So anyway, so we're going to go from there. And again, we'll just do that logo. We'll drag and drop that right there, right on that logo to replace that. Then it gives you opportunity, a note from, I'm going to put Garrett and put in the my headshot. So I got a few different headshot choices here. So we'll do this one. We'll drop that in there. And then, we can do that typewriter button, or you can just select all that text, highlight it, and just say a text from, or note from Garrett Stewart. If I can spell my own name correctly. Looks like there's a little logo here. I could drop in this logo right in there and maybe make it a little bit bigger just to get that to fit. Cool. I could edit that information. This would probably be when I do that typewriter just to see. I'm unsure exactly how this is all working on here. I'm guessing this is all a team, and these are team members for that, so you could just edit that all out if you wanted to, or just delete it completely. You could also put some contact information in there, or maybe your license number for compliance. So you can customize that however you want. Then it has a little note in here kind of that you can either just keep this how it is, you can edit it in there as well. You will want to edit this regardless, because there are some my, our, I, we, and again, there it talks about quarterly magazines. So it looks like we're going to be able to expect every 3 months this from Keller Williams. So super exciting there. But one thing you will want to do is change this out regardless to if you're a solo agent, my magazine, if you're a team, our magazine. Happy New Year. So you're going to be able to put in all your information in there as well at the bottom. So once you finish that, we'll go ahead and hit save, or go finish all that. Like I said, I like to hit save every time I finish a page. We'd edit that out how we want it, and then we'll go on to the next page. Year in review. You could insert neighborhood market snapshot if you wanted to, or go ahead and do your local market snapshot for just the city itself. If you wanted to just post about that. So this has, so if you wanted to just say, for example, I'm in Reno, Nevada, I could click on that and type in, hit the little typewriter button. And technically we go by Reno Sparks. It's the two big cities here. Reno Sparks Market Snapshot. I might want to do that. And then enter in all this data. This data is going to be individually manually added, so you'll need to utilize your MLS to figure these numbers out. So if you need help with that, you might want to ask your broker how to get some numbers in that. But in most cases, your MLS will have that contained somewhere with these stats. So and same with insert company snapshot if you wanted to put your office's snapshot to go in there. You could even do your personal ones if you wanted to shoot for it personally. If you had enough homes, you wanted to say, oh, I sold 30 homes in 2019. We sold 40 homes in 2020. Whatever that is, whatever that number is, you can put that all in there and show how you as an agent have been growing as well. Or you can just keep it as company. Again, talk to your broker if you need those numbers as well. Again, we finish editing those numbers. I always hit that save button, and we'll go to the fourth page. And then we're just going to go so on and so forth for each of these. My recommendation is read all of these thoroughly. As you can see on this one, just so you can see a little bit clearer, I'll click on that and hit edit. This has an option to suggest a local lighting store or preferred home improvement store. So, I mean, it could be as simple as Home Depot or Lowe's, something like that. Or if you have a local store, put it in there. Heck, here's an idea. Talk with, especially if you have a contact there, or and can go and talk with them. Say, hey, I want to feature you in my new quarterly magazine. Can I put your information in here and maybe even drop off a few copies for you to hand out? There's a great opportunity, lead generation opportunity right there. And then put all their information there and help support that store. So I always go for locally owned if you can. But if not, you always have some bigger chains if needed. We'll go ahead, we would save that and then continue onward. And so same thing here. This is, we'll click on this one, and we could, I guess we'll hit typewriter here, and we could do insert local store or preferred electronics store. This is for the for smart thermostat and things like that, LED light bulbs, those different smart appliances. This is for if you're looking to for filters, which a lot of times might end up being Home Depot, but just go through all of these, read them thoroughly, make sure you don't miss anything that's going to be, you don't want an awkwardly blank information of printing this and then you have literally insert name of preferred hardware store on there or handy person. So just another suggestion might be is edit this completely, and then once you finish editing it, print it and then review it on a printed material, and you might have a different perspective of making sure you don't miss anything important. So read through all of that, but it has great opportunity for you to add personal information. You could drop in a featured listing if you want to. It doesn't even have to be yours. Maybe ask permission for someone in your office for a featured listing. I do understand homes are selling very fast. Just strategize which one you want to feature, and it's fine if it goes pending by the time you're giving it out. It's not a bad thing. It's just giving people a little perspective that you are an agent selling homes. Then home maintenance projects to tackle. This one doesn't look like we need to customize. We're going to continue onward. I love these different little tips on here. We'll continue on. And then it has opportunity. It's almost like a little resume for you. If you've done your listing presentation or buyer consultation booklet in here, you're pretty much the same information that you did there. So you can copy it from there if you've done this page on those. If not, this gives you an opportunity to enter in all this information in here as well. So you can edit this, update it however you want, and go from there. Now, if this isn't exactly how you want it, and maybe you don't want it, maybe you're a newer agent or something like that, maybe you don't want to necessarily put all of this information on there. Like, maybe you haven't sold any homes yet. Well, you can just delete these things. If you don't feel comfortable listing that stuff, you can just click on it, hit that little delete button, and you can just click through all these and hit that delete button if that's more comfortable for you not to put certain things on there. And then we can stretch this out a little bit more or change things up however you want. This is customized completely to you. It's your book. It's not Keller Williams' book. It's your book. So that's the great thing. It's completely personalized. And maybe you did that and you could actually expand this out a little bit more. Or instead of expanding it that way, you can make this text a little bit bigger. And you could have that there as well. So if you drag the corner, it's going to resize it to bigger text. If you drag from the left, right, top, or bottom, it's going to just stretch it. So obviously drop in your headshot there, put in any information in here as well, office info, and it has our Y4C2Ts in here as well. So again, we'll go ahead to save and move on to page 11. Success stories. If you wanted to show, maybe for me, for example, I take pictures with my clients in front of their home when we close. So maybe you have some nice pictures and you could do a featured client with their little testimonial on here. That's really great thing. If maybe you don't have past clients yet or something, or you don't have pictures, something like that, Maybe change this from success stories to a featured business or something like that. Maybe your favorite restaurant or coffee shop. Think outside the box. Just because this says success stories from clients doesn't mean you have to make it testimonials. Obviously, testimonials can go a long way, but if you don't have that or the exact material, that's completely okay. Just pivot and find something that's going to work for you on this page. Continuing onward, say goodbye to winter blues, and just have some tips in here. We can scroll through there. It looks like, I don't know if anything in here needs edited. I do not see anything right off the get-go, so looks pretty good to me. So we're just going to continue that. And then hottest winter listings. Here's an opportunity to feature 6 different listings in here, and you can just drag and drop them. Now, for those photos, and same with that feature listing before, you can still utilize this KWLS button and just enter in an address in here to search for. So you could just search for different listings, and so you can search for yourself as a listing agent, or you could search for yourself just by address, whatever you feel is going to do it. Normally I just do by listing address. So let's go ahead and just pull in a random, I wonder if 123 Main Street will pop up with anything. There we go. We've got some 123 Main Street. So great thing is they'll populate in all the different cities there are. So we'll just hit select. We'll select that one. And then you can actually drag and drop this photo right in there. And you've got that picture of the house in there, and then you can enter the stats. And to get these stats, you can actually hit this listing details button, and all the stats of the property are right here. That's how you're going to be able to get that information as well. You don't have to go to the MLS to get it. Again, my suggestion is if you can get permission to put it in there, talk to your broker to see what the best course path is for everything, though, just to stay compliant with things. But that's a great way to feature some listings if you don't have enough listings of your own to put in here. Continuing onward, ask an agent. Agent name, what home improvements can boost my property value without burning a hole in my wallet? And then you could answer that right there. So maybe you put your best suggestions in there to, as advice to any clients. So, and you can change this little suggestion, but it's basically just a little thing to feature you and put in there because yes, it's a real estate related book. It's meant to just add value and not necessarily be a sales pitchy thing, but add value. So, really cool thing there. And then finally has a little thing to advertise your app. Put your URL in there to download your app. If you don't know your app URL, you're going to go to your command, go to settings, and get into your marketing profile. And at the very bottom of your marketing profile, you will see your URL for your app. So put that in there, put your new logo in there as well, and you are all set. Once you are finished, you can go ahead, hit this download button, and you can actually download this as a PDF right from here. Be sure to hit that high resolution print quality option, and then you can hit start download. And then, and this is just to review, if you are getting this professionally printed by your printers, they might have different options they want you to do in there. So maybe you're looking at like Staples or UPS has printers as well. Maybe just someone online, whoever your printer is, they might have different suggestions from Bleed. So you might have to select some of these buttons. There is Manage Bleed and Save Area up here as well. So if you click that, it does show the bleed area. So you make sure everything is all good on here when you are printing and nothing could go risk. And it does explain this on here. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that got covered for you in regards to the bleed. You can change the bleed size though right there if they have a certain rule for bleeding. So continuing onward again, to download, you just hit that PDF. If you just wanted to do it however it is, standard, and go from there, high resolution print quality, we'll hit start download, and it's going to download that file for us. Now, I did not change this title on here, but you can change the title. So if I want Consumer Magazine Q1 2021, and I go right there. Now I've got that. Now you can see it's downloaded right there. So there's a few options to share this magazine digitally. One, a basic option would be to hit the share button hit this project and utilize this project link here. Again, I hit share this project, and we can copy this, and it's just going to be right here for us. I paste that, and you could share this link out with arrows. It is a little bit basic, but you can absolutely utilize this on here. It's a little bit more limited. Another option, and I'm fully unsure of the pricing. I'm just now testing this one out myself personally, but it's called Flip Snack, and you could just title it. So I just title it Test Flip Snack, and you can put a little description in here, and you upload it, and then people can actually, it kind of like goes just like a magazine, which looks really nice. So just some ideas in there for you as well. Check out this. If you have some site that you use, whether free or paid, let's see it in the comments section what you use. I'm very curious and want to learn what other options there are out here to digitalize your magazine, to share it digitally. But if you can put it digitally, that gives you the opportunity to share these via your smart plan. So you can just put your smart plan out there and share that link on it on the smart plan just to get some more people going on that. So really excited to share that with you today. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out to me at garrettstewart at kw.com or my website, that's commandconsult.com. And I have my training videos, command setup, and other different material and consultations for you for all your command purposes. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have an amazing day and enjoy your new consumer magazine.